All right, guys, I'm gonna talk about a trade that I took today on gold futures, and it was a long trade, but it was almost like catching a falling knife. But what I did on this was based on the market profile. Market profile is an indicator which is built into the Thinkorswim and Ninja and few other platforms, or you can have it customized. I have it customized on here. However, you just don't trade based on top of that. You need to have a little bit of knowledge of it. And again, if you want to read about it, there's a I think book called Profiting with Market Profile with John Kepler, and it's a pretty good book. It tells you what these areas are. There is a value area high, which is this one, POC, and a value area low. Based on these, you can take the trades. Again, I'm not going to talk about the details of how they work, but I'll talk about a trade based on how I took. So what based on this market profile, which is plotted today, market opened today, and Bay came right up into the supply area, but fell back, right? Fell back right into the naked POC. This is what I call a naked POC. It retraced back into the naked POC, which is your blue line, and it actually fell on where? It actually fell on a support, right? You see a support in here. So I took my trade right around here. I'll just go back into 3 minutes. I'll show you exactly where I kind of took the trade, and this was your value area low. So usually what happens once market profile, once the market, the prices travel out of the whole bracket, they tend to keep going up, right? In this case, actually did go up. If you think about it, what 1280 all the way down to 1285. That's a pretty big move, especially if you're scalping, if you're day trading the future. That's a massive move, right? But once it came back into traveled back into the bracket of the market profile, it tended to kind of complete the whole circle to the downside. However, as it's going down, right, as it's going down, there are fresh areas, of demand and supply, which I kind of took benefit of along with the market profile. So I knew that there was support, right? I knew there was naked POC. So right around here, I kind of took the trade. I'll show you exactly. Let's go into a 3 minute. Actually, let's go to a different chart. I'm actually in a target right now. Let's see if 58, only 100 stocks, but I'll probably end up selling at the top here a little bit. Okay, let's go back into 3 minute, right? So 3 minute is, this is where I kind of took the trade, right? As it fell down, right? As it fell down, and I know it was kind of reaching this area of the POC. Let's go back, and where was that POC? It's POC is called point of control, right? Point of control. This is where the prices are in balance. Usually you don't want to take a trade at the POC. However, if it's a fresh POC and it's lying at the support, there's always beautiful trade hanging around there. And again, gotta wait for the wait for your what you call your I'm sorry, the track confirmation, right? You gotta wait for the confirmation. So right around here, 175, let's say 175.90. Let's go back into 3 minute. Okay, 176.9. So this was the area where prices actually kind of fell in here, right? With 175, 175.90, right around here, right? See that little. Let me actually deepen. This is the candle that I really like. Right? Great, you say actually gravestone doji or dragonfly doji, right? Dragonfly doji. So once it had a huge move to the downside, right? I was waiting and waiting, and once this candle formed, there was a basing happening. See that little base when it went up? That was a trade around. Even though it would have been a little bit of a risky trade because the trend is still to downside. Actually, this is a bear flag, right? But having the prices right at the support in 30 minutes, I said, okay, let's just give it a try. And sure enough, for 176.80, and it went up. And as it went up, I had like a few targets. I actually went up 3 lots on it. So as it went up, I took partial profits and ended up trailing a last on the lot, and it was closed out right around here. So let's go back and let me actually talk about the 30 minute. Why exactly I took this trade based on the 30 minute. So this was a support area, right? You see that support area? And the reason for me to take this trade, not the support area. Let's go back in here, right? You see that big, huge volume bar, right? Sorry, guys. See that big volume right down here? That tells me there's a bullish pressure in the volume, right? If this didn't have whole lot of volume in it, maybe I might not have took the trade. So it went up, it came down, bearish volume, bearish volume. See, the volume is kind of weakening off, right, as it's coming down. In fact, I still feel bullish about this. I think it's still gonna, it might come back to this trend line, test this trend line, go up, but I'm not gonna take this trade again, only because it's just basing, and this is not a good trade until it crosses above 127.80 area or 1278.80 area, because that will tell me it broke the highs of this and able to go up. And in fact, even that would be my first target, then go up. I might not take the trade. I probably won't take the trade. The market is closing anyway, right? Unless there's a volatility. But this trade was based on the support, the POC, and the volume, the bullish volume as it came down, declining weak volume. So that was the whole trade that I took. I had no indicators on it, right? Even though this is an indicator, but I could have just solely traded just based on the support area, right? As this trend line, there is a higher lows trending. The trend is to the upside, making highs, making higher lows and a higher low, right? So that was, I traded in the direction of a trend as it was coming down to a pullback. So there was nothing wrong with the trade. In fact, I still think it's gonna go up. You know, this is where a lot of traders, okay, it's gonna go up, I'm just gonna take the trade. Now you want to be able to get a confirmation. If it comes down, it touches a trend line, possibly might see a trade happening to the long side. But you know, it's just at this point, it's kind of no man's land, right? It's hanging around here. Volatility is kind of actually, you know, it's the last half an hour of the market. Volatility is still there. But you know, that was the whole trade. That's why I took this trade based on the 3 minute. Should close a little bit of target. So let's go back. Okay, so based on this was I took the trade, right, based on this, and now it's coming down. It's just, you know, it's no volume in there, no volatility, so not really a trade right now. So I'm just gonna not do anything about it, right? As far as the to target go, is tested the highs. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to cancel this order, and I'm just gonna sell. I know it's not a whole lot, but I'm just gonna sell 50. Sell market. Oops. Why would he do that? Okay. How about we do this? Buy stop. Sell stop. Okay. How about we'll put a sell stop at 59. Because I don't want to. Okay, 59.68. I'm gonna put a sell stop for 50. Rest of the 50, I'm probably, since I got around here, 59 area, 59. What was that? 59.18, 20 something. I think it was right around. Once it broke out of it, I got in there. So rest of it, I might just put a 59.24. You know, break even stop. And in fact, I should do a 59.47. And I'll show you why I'm gonna do that actually. Because why lose, right? So guys. Okay, so if it breaks this, a little bit lower, and gotta give a little bit of a room to if it comes down, right? So it testing the high. I should just get out. I mean, if I wasn't making this video, I would have got out. Again, small profit. Would have gotten out right around 59. If it goes there, I might just get out of this, and rest of it, I'm just gonna put my stop here, you know, break even, right? And again, to manage this kind of stuff, you know, this is a kind of day trade going into a little bit of a, you know, swing trade. So you gotta start managing, you know, start drawing your trend lines, right? Draw your trend line. This is a little consolidation, you know, box happening, right? If you were to, okay, so you see that right there. So it shouldn't break this. Now that it's going up, it shouldn't come down and break it, right? If it does, you know, that I have my stop in here. So I'm playing with the house money, right? I'm playing with the letting the house money run my trade, right? If it comes down, I'm out, and if it goes around here 59.89, I'll probably get out of the 50, and then rest of it I'll trail. And you know, I only pay $3 per trade on Thinkorswim. I have a deal with them that I got it for a while. So you know, we'll see how this works out. If I'm out, I'm out. Might just move my stop right under 59.68 if it goes up, based on this 50, rest of the 50 on them. All right, guys, take care. I'll talk to you guys later.